Have you ever screen printed a shirt, thought you nailed it, and then realized your left chest print was almost in the armpit, or maybe it just doesn't land in the right spot on a woman?
We've all been there, but today I'm going to show you exactly how to get that left chest print in the right spot every time. This video today is sponsored by BELLA+CANVAS. So to show you how to line up a left chest print, I've got a stack of BELLA+CANVAS 3001 tri-blend shirts in teal.
First, let's talk about what size to make the design. For a left chest print on an adult size shirt and a design that is either circular or square, I like to size it around 3.75 inches. If you have a more horizontal design, you might want to up that to 4 inches wide, but I wouldn't go over 4 inches in either direction. Once you've decided on the size of your design, next we'll figure out where to put it on the shirt. So let's spread out one of our shirts and see where it should go. If you were to make a line from the collar of your shirt down, this is where I want to center the design horizontally. Then I like my design to fall about 2 inches down from the middle of the collar, which is about 3 finger widths for me. To visualize this, let's use a sticky note, which is 3 inches, so it's just a little bit smaller than what my design will be. If we place it 2 inches down from the middle of the collar, and then center that with the top of the collar, it would be here, which is where I personally think the left chest print looks the best for men and women. If your design is a different shape, you might need to adjust it from here to the spot that looks best, but this is a good starting point to work from.
Now that we have the design and the spot based on my general rule of thumb, let's make sure that these look right when they're on.
One way to do this is to try on the shirt. I've added a little tape to make sure the sticky note doesn't fall off, and I think the placement looks pretty good. If you notice your placement isn't right, you can move the sticky note until you get it in a spot that you're happy with.
Now that we know where we want the prints to go, let me show you how to line up your print on your press.
I'm using my Pigskins and Pigtails press, and let's load the shirt on with the sticky note still attached. I'm aligning the shirt like I normally would when I'm printing on the press, making sure that it's centered, and I pull the shirt towards me until the collar just falls off the edge. Now we can take our vinyl design and line that up over our shirt, centering it with the sticky note. I'm setting up my screen for this project with HTV because I want to be able to save and reuse this screen with my logo for future prints. I also use the same method when I'm using adhesive vinyl. The sticky side would be up, and then when you lower the screen, you stick the vinyl to the screen. This way we know our design is going to be positioned in the right spot on our screen. If you aren't a fan of trying it on or the sticky note method, you can just measure your placement on the palette itself, going 2 inches down and making a mark. Then about 4 inches from the center is where the collar on most BELLA+CANVAS shirts will fall. And then I use that spot as the top center of my design. Now we have the vinyl in the right spot on the screen, so I'm going to heat press it on. If you'd like more details about this method of setting up your screen, look for the link below to my beginner's book and course where I go into a lot more detail in this process. With the vinyl on the screen, let's line up the screen again on the press. This is an XL size shirt, and I'm lining up the design in the right spot. I found that with the BELLA+CANVAS shirts, I can use the same spot for my large through 2XL size shirts. The collar is so similar on these sizes that it lines up nicely. But for my medium and small shirts, it's a little too far to the right, so I did the same alignment with a sticky note on a small shirt, and with that on the press, I can tell that the design is not falling on the center of the sticky note, but before I move the screen, I'm going to mark my spot where the larger sizes lined up. Now I can shift my screen over to line it up with the placement on this small shirt, and then I'm going to mark that spot as well. These ended up being about a ½ inch apart. So now I know where to move the screen as I go between these two groups of sizes. I'm ready to start screen printing, so I'm going to remove the sticky note and add the ink to my screen. When we finish with the small and medium sized shirts, we'll slide the screen over to our other mark, then tighten it into the clamp and print all of the large sizes through 2XL. I found that with this ½ inch shift, it lines up well on my small all the way through my 2XL sizes when I'm screen printing.
Left chest prints take a little bit of planning, but once you get your measuring system down, the printing goes really quickly, and you can make sure that they're all lined up just right. Let me know in the comments, are you ready to tackle the left chest print now that you have this method?
If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more screen printing tips and tutorials.